Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you my this. What is this? This is a travel journal, this is a travel diary. You can say anything in this. I write my notes. I show off my notes, and since I have been traveling almost regularly, so my friend said, "Why don't you show this? Why don't you explain people what you do?" So I thought, I don't know if you guys will like it or not, but I thought I will just share this one with you. So before I open this, I will show what all I have on this whole thing, and you will know why are these over here and what are these. So basically, these are the charms. These two things are the charm. There was a plane also. I don't know. So I like putting some charms over here because this is going to be used as a memorabilia kind of a thing, kind of documented my Japan travel. I can use it as a memory. I'm not going to use it again because it's already done. So for now, it is as a collectible kind of a thing. So what is this? Let's open this. Since I was traveling to Tokyo, I got some stickers from different websites. I can link it down for you if you want. And I pasted them to make it look more like, that this is a traveling kind of a journal or a diary, you can say. So once I open this, this is what is this? This is a police complaint of my driving license, which I lost on the first day itself in Japan. So I think now it is more of a collectible that I got a police complaint on the first day, and it is a more of a collectible, if you might say. And what is all this? I made it. Basically, this is my way of showing and decorating my journal. You can do any way you like, but this is my way. Maybe it is a childish kind of a thing, but I like to present something like this. So since this was my Japan travel, I wrote it over here which flight I was going to and what was the way. It was from Singapore to Shanghai to Tokyo. So I wrote everything down again as a memory to remember something by. And the first page over here, you can see I have mentioned where to get pocket Wi-Fi, what all things we need to use, if we should pre-order it or not, and what are the benefits of getting a passport, that is Pasmo passport, or a welcome Sueca card. So basically, I write it down for myself because sometimes I'm doing solo traveling. So I feel like I can go across my notes and see for myself that which one I want. I don't want to look at different YouTube videos which will tell me this one is good or this one is good. I just do my own research and go like that. So I was going through Singapore to Tokyo. As I said, this was my hotel where I stayed in, Appa Hotel, and this is the best hotel which I have stayed in Japan. And this is not a sponsorship kind of a video. I liked it and I stayed there, and I'm telling you guys, you can choose something else also. And over here in the first page, and over here on the first page, I have mentioned where I will go and basically on which date I will go. As you can see, it is mentioned 24 December. 24 December, I wanted to go on Akihabara station, Tokyo station, and what all I wanted to purchase, which shops I wanted to go, I mentioned all over here. And to make it more interesting to look at, or maybe if my friends or anybody would want to look at and not get bored out of it, so I pasted many stickers which will make it look much more fun to look at. So moving on to the next page, this page was more like places where I want to go, in the shops I want to visit, and this place is more, the next page is more like a food places. This is a food place in Akihabara. If I'm going to Akihabara shops and what are the best places to have food, and this is a Tokyo station, best places to have food. Next day it was 25th, and 25th was my Harry Potter, 25th December, it was my Harry Potter, what you say, Tokyo tour. I wanted to make a whole page out of it. What all I'm going to do, what is the price of a single butter beer or anything. I write it down so that I can budget my day according to that. And on the same day, what kind of breakfast I'm going to have or dinner I'm going to have and from where I'm going to have, I mention it on the same backside of the page. The next day was meant to be for Shibuya City. In Shibuya City, again, I have wrote it down all the places, jotted down all the places where I want to go, where I want to eat, where I want to take pictures of. These are the places which I mentioned over here. And same with the Harajuku and Shinjuku. This is the places which are quite famous, or maybe I have missed last time when I went over there, and this time I don't want to miss. I want to check all of them. That's why. And these are the Shinjuku views which I especially mentioned. Like, you can have nice views of Shinjuku from these places, on top of these places, and these are the best places in Shinjuku where you should eat. Again, this is my research, nothing sponsored by anybody. Nobody told me. I searched myself, I checked the maps, I checked all the different kind of locations and travel guides and made my own journal. Over here, if you are wondering what is this, whenever I go to some of the places, I keep receipts, I keep their tickets as a memorabilia, so that again, this is going to be a collector thing after this whole diary is going to finish, so it can be nice to look at. So this was the day on Disney Resort. What all I want to do in the Disney Resort, if I want to eat something, which is the place like Kasaba Food Court, which is a place which will look good. This is the all information about that. Like in the evening, sky full of colors. This is the event in Disney Resort. So it was much more like information kind of a thing which I wanted to jot down. Next, we went to Sapporo. In Sapporo, over here, I have the train ticket. This is the original train ticket which I used. I don't know, don't ask me how I got it and I didn't put it inside. I did that, but somehow I got it back. Anyway, so this is the places in Sapporo you want to eat, and this is the map of Sapporo which I drew. I like making these kind of small drawings inside my journals and diaries to keep it again more interesting and intriguing. These are diagrams which I have made, and there are some stickers again which I have pasted. This was the hotel I was staying in Sapporo, Hotel My Stays. Basically, this is again one of the nicest hotels I have been in Sapporo. So basically, this was a backup plan, Asaikawa. If Sapporo never panned out properly, if there is no snow, proper snow going on, so I will go to Asaikawa. It is having more snow than Sapporo usually. So this was my breakfast plan. And some more places, especially temples, where I want to visit. And this was the beer factory. It was a nice museum, nice small old museum where you get a nice beer and some souvenir stuff. This is the day when I traveled from Sapporo to Osaka, and where I stayed in Osaka, and what kind of pass I will be buying in Osaka, public transport if I have to take, which are the main places where I want to go, and the food again on the same page. These are the places which I've already shortlisted, that these are the best places and I can go over there to have food or something, lunch, dinner, breakfast, anything. Japan is basically cheap in terms of food, and it is a very good quality food. So I think these places are quite reasonable in terms of budget. If you are seeing, they're budget friendly, you can say that also. So this day it was Universal Studios Japan in Osaka. So this is especially my ticket which I use. It is a picture of that. Places in Osaka Universal Studios which I want to go, and what time the events, proper events on that day are going to be starting at. These are the cafes, Nintendo Cafe and everything. I want to go and I will get stuff from Nintendo Cafe. These are nice places to visit. And since 1st Jan was my birthday, here was a list I mentioned, wrote it down. This list is incomplete because it was a mess of a day, because 1st Jan it's always crowded, especially in Japan, and you can't do everything you want to do in that same day. Then we went to Nara. We took a train from Osaka to Nara, and it was I think 30 minutes train. And I went to some cafes over there, feed some deers, went to cafe, took some pictures. These are small kind of collectible pictures which I just printed out and pasted over here. And now these pages are more of food or hidden places which I missed before. So I wrote it down at the end. hidden gems of Osaka, what places I want to go. Maybe if I have had time or I have skipped something, so I can choose it from here. This is food, this is cafes, this is temples, everything you can imagine. So these are again a backup kind of plans. Like if I have time, I can do this in Tokyo, this in Osaka, and this is what do you say, Nara and everything. It's a small plan of going to Osaka to Nara. I have written which train I would be getting, how much is the price of the train and time of the train, price of the temples, everything. What I'm going to do in Nara, it's all mentioned over here. Then there are some ways, like if I have to make some reels, I mentioned how I will make the reels, which places I will make the reels of, and what all I'm going to shoot that day. So these are all the records. I drew some my Osmo Pocket 3 also over here. It's just a rough drawing, please don't mind it. It's not that good. So basically these are different sections of the reels. In Disney, what I'm going to shoot, in Sapporo, what I'm going to shoot, same thing with Osaka, what I'm going to shoot. I think this got torn up a little bit. Then this was some visiting card given to me by one of the shops, Family Mart receipt. If I open, this is a one piece Mugiwara store receipt. It is 9729 yen, that is approx 97 Singapore dollars. And this is the best cheesecake I have had in Japan. This was a sticker given to me by by those people. Coming to the next page, this is my visit to Japan in 2022 and 2023. So I have made some, memories out of those also. I have taken pictures. This was my first Suica card in Japan. For me, it is kind of a memory, and I saved them. Mostly, I save them always. Again, these are some pictures. Some of the drawings and some of the stickers which I pasted again to make it look some more interesting. This was my first train ticket which I purchased in Japan. And as you can see, the first page which I showed you, the police complaint, I have taken a picture and pasted it over here as a backup, as a memory, you can say. It was a very saddening day that I was not able to go to go-kart because I lost my personal license, the international driving license. There are some pictures of Harry Potter Museum and everything, Harry Potter store I went to, ramen I had, especially this Mugiwara store, took pictures of. Sapporo, it was snowing over there. Not everything is full. I don't want to make too much of a mess, which I've already done in a way. This was Osaka, this was Sapporo. The pictures might seem a little bit odd because they are taken from iPhone, but they are printed in Polaroid camera. So that's why they might look a little bit old or vintage kind of. So the next page, this is all my receipts of Universal Studios, and this is my receipt of Pokemons. My first Pasmo card this year, which I purchased. Pokemon things. My hotel visiting card, where I went. These kind of Tokyo Tower and Sapporo Tower, you might say. Memorabilia, their tickets. This was the, I think, fortune teller kind of a thing came out and told my future. These are more tickets, more receipts. I try to collect them all and mention which plans you need to take if you want to go to Japan. I usually use eSIMs, which are very good, and I use Ubigi or Airalo. These are the best ones. Mobile is also good if it is the cheapest option over there. That's it. And now this is the interesting part. This is my stamp book. I will just put everything aside and show you my stamp book first. And before I show you my stamp book, I can show you these also. I collect these in different stations, airports, you can get these. This is a stamping kind of a paper they give you to stamp, and it is a nice paper. Usually it doesn't show the back side, it doesn't have the ink stain. I don't know why it is having, maybe it's long time and the ink is like leaking through the paper, but it was not before. So this was a stamping paper, and with a small nice map. And another one is this one. I got this from Hokkaido, the airport stamps. They give you a nice stamping paper. Stamp rally was going on, so I used this to have some stamps, but still there are few empties. I didn't have time to explore more. So let's go to my stamps. Over here I have mentioned places where I can get stamps, though afterwards I came to know that in Japan every station, every shrine will have a stamp for sure. It's just that you need to find. I've seen people on YouTube telling where you can find stamps, where go here, go there. No, please. Just keep in mind, every station, be it any station in Japan, would be having stamps for sure. And you can just ask the station master. He will tell you where to go and get the stamps. That's it. So I made so many notes, but they were like useless to me. I just found out myself. These are the different, this is the Akihabara stamp. Sometimes I use twice because the first time was not looking good. So I stamped it twice. These are the different stamps which I got, and these are the stamps which I got from Tokyo Travelers Factory. The Travelers Factory is nice from getting these kind of journals. You can get stamping books, journals, diaries, more stationery kind of a thing, because Japan is more into stationery kind of stuff, and you can get that from Travelers Factory, Travelers Company they say now. And one more thing to keep in mind, that Travelers Company is very expensive. It's like $60, $50 just for one journal. I can recommend you to look at more cheaper options online. You can do that. This is Tokyo Station, Travelers Factory Tokyo Station stamp. And these are the stamps in Nara. I had some stickers pasted on this for Tokyo Station stamp. These are some nice Nippori stamps. These are some nice stamps, and they are quite good and quite detailed, I must say. Toshimen Station. This is a place where you get off for Harry Potter studio tour. Warner Brothers. This is Mugiwara store stamp in Tokyo, and this is Mugiwara store stamp in Shibuya. They have different kind of stamps. This is Hokkaido stamp. Again, this is Hokkaido stamp. I made this stamp in the stamp paper as well. So as you can see, this one is leaking. This one is leaking because this is not a stamping book. I made it a stamping book because I had no option that time. So I made this journal as a stamping journal also. But you can buy separately. There are stamping books. You can find it in Travelers Factory also. They're stamping journals so that the ink won't leak through the paper. They are nice quality inks and paper. You can see Nara stamp, Kintetsu Nara station, and Nippori, Namba station. This is a complaint helpline for lost and found. I got this because of my license which was lost. They used to give me this, but they were apparently not able to help me out. So this was my travel journal. Hope you like this. Please let me know if you like this journal. Please comment and let me know if you want to see something else. If you want to know about something, I will be happy to help you guys. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching. And before I go, I forgot to tell you what these two are. This is a stamp. I got this from a Pokemon store in Tokyo. and this one is also a stamp. I don't know if it is clear or not properly. So I used to stamp these use as a stamping kind of a thing with anything I write or anything I jot down. So these stamps are quite nice. Thank you. Bye.